Oh boy, I'm sitting around feeling pain, and if the last video wasn't a smorgasbord of technical difficulty, I don't know what to say. Also, I was supposed to say something else that I was alluding to in a previous video, not World of Horror, but that was Azal something? I forgot what it was. I'm just gonna say Curious Birthmark. But we will move on to a new custom character, and if I remember what I wanted to say, it was actually a little bit important, at least, but we'll find out. And off we go. So I know we have Azal. So, as we set that, we'll get into this Azal Curious Birthmark custom character run with 3 strength, 4 dexterity, 6 perception, 7 knowledge, 5 charisma, and I don't know how much luck. But light, strength, charisma, dexterity, Takshisan, and maybe a second mystery check. Everything but the knowledge check, which is the only thing we have, but I guess we're doing Army Knife now, so... Shrug, you should be used to it. You used to march alongside military, but as we actually try to survive here... Oh, we didn't get anything. That's ominous, but let's find out what we have today. I really needed to mention something, and I don't remember what it was. So, oh, that's what I wanted to mention. But we'll go through these first. Bulletin, Mermaids, Teacher, Television, and hey, perfect, Fable. I'm gonna call it Fable for the first couple of minutes before, so that robots don't hurt me. Well, Bulletin, Mermaids. Oh, actually, there's a boss here. We can take Mermaids fourth. Then we take. Oh my goodness, there are 4 boss mysteries. I mean, technically 5, but you can just. So we'll take Mermaids last. Do I want to take Teacher, Television, or Fable? Fourth. They all sound bad, but Teacher is Doom. Television can be all, but is never usually gonna do. I don't think any of the television variants of the boss does Doom. In fact, we're always taking damage. So here's a little not tip, but consideration. Because, and my rationale is this, your stamina and reason are lower than the amount of Doom you have to lose, so that's why I'm going to prioritize Teacher fourth, and then take the extra point of Doom, then rather take an extra point of all, or an extra point of stamina, reason, or all. So, I could just, yeah, I can't take Bulletin first. Yeah, I can't take Bulletin first. I have to take Bulletin last, but that means extra Doom. So the flip side of that is that I take, Teacher fourth. Oh, it's because I want to take Bulletin first. I'm going crazy. Still, though, one of these mysteries has to be fourth. It either has to be Teacher, Mermaids, Television, or Fable. And at this point, I think Teacher is going to be third. Mermaids we can take, and then Bulletin. The problem with this is that if Teacher hurts me with Doom, along with the rest of the run, then Bulletin, with the roads closed, gives me about 6 to 7% Doom, guaranteed. Because I have to visit the forest for the side quest, unless I want to fight the Bulletin on our last mystery when the HP is super high and damage is super high as well. So we'll take Television first. I think Television does less damage overall as we get the experience rule on top of Branded. So this is going to be a high Doom run, most likely. But I've explained my rationale. Let's move on. Okay, so what I wanted to say before I was rudely interrupted by my own thoughts is that as we look for a thingy. Yeah, but we lose 5 reason. 3 strength meat cleaver is not going to be worth it. We need the Army Knife here. And the main reason, or another contributing factor, is that I need to talk about what I want to talk about. It's important to talk about gameplay too, I feel. But, the one time I remember it's a knowledge check, the game decides to roll a 10. But, so we don't have random item stats, so we take the Army Knife. If we didn't, then I would just take the Meat Cleaver if it was still doing 4 damage, because I don't know if the Army Knife is going to do 4 damage, although it's usually going to be faster anyway. But anyway, okay, rewind all the way back to what I wanted to say. There should be a Halloween special coming out. Should. There's a 75% chance, because I'm trying to do my own thing, but this side thing isn't going to... It's just going to be like one video. I don't know how long it's going to be. And I'll preface it with this as we roll a 10 on perception. Is that it's a demo of a game that was released a few years ago, and the game is yet to be released in whole. We'll say that much. And it's in completely Japanese, which is why it's taking me some time. It should be easy to record. I mean, it should be one of the easier ones to record. Oh, that's right. That's a bunch of Doom. But I mean, that's a far cry from the other pain I've run into. If you run into out of funds, we'll trade off reason. But yeah, anywho. 5 charisma. I mean, I just thought my HP would flip at some point, so we'll just say Kimiko. But we don't have funds, so we just have to do a thing. Yeah, we just have to do a thing. Nope, charisma. Brandon is proccing all the while, though, so we just have to do a thing. And we also failed the strength check. Like, I can't catch a break, and yeah, I know our strength is 3, but I think we rolled a 7. Shrug. Also, yeah, if you have to fight this person, dude, whatever, then we might be taking 2 all on our 4th mystery onward. Because of the fact that we can't deal enough damage to 1 turn. Brandon is still proccing, by the way. Brandon is still proccing, by the way. Yeah, this is really painful. Brandon procs again, so this is really, really painful. I need to remember this. Again, it's not anyone's fault. That's just the reality of the situation. We're taking Brandon left, right, and center. So, yeah. We'll just try to cut Kimiko free. 4 dexterity. Okay, we succeeded that, so we're taking reason damage instead, which we have more of, which is the primary reason I really needed to cut Kimiko free. Now, will we get out in 3 turns, is the question. 90% attack, so about a 73.2% chance of getting out. We could have handcuffed, but we have Takshisan, and I'm worried about my Doom, so shrug. Also, the experience rule, no, we couldn't have leveled up. We got the experience to get to 80-ish experience, and then the mystery completion gave us enough to level up. That's all I'm trying to say. Now, we do get second sight, so maybe when we go into fetish here, we will be able to... Maybe that second sight check will allow us to decrease Doom by a lot. Let's find out, because I'm taking it second. That being said, yeah, so I could have... to avoid the Doom increase from the Misery Parasite, Azal, I could have... I'm just feeling sad about that strength check. I'm gonna visit the History Club once. Okay, we get nothing. Forgot what I was talking about. Anyway, moving on. Oh my goodness, the penalty damage and the Dome! Help! It hurts so much. And now into a thing. We don't have 8 knowledge, not that it matters. You're usually gonna 2-turn a boss with Sever anyway. Well, 70% of the time, because you don't know if you just have kicks. You don't know if you have less than 4 Doom. Those are the 2 primary culprits of not being able to 2-turn a ghost, which is very, 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 very painful. So 5 charisma, and off we go. Now, the fact that we're getting... Okay, yeah, I could have gone to the police station and just given all the experience away, but we need to level up as well. So at a certain point, we have to decide. Also, these max threat level locations are absolutely slapping me on top of Branded, so maybe I should just... Yeah, all this Doom, I'm just gonna... we're gonna do 1 more investigation. I don't think this is the end of the mystery. I'll walk through them. No, cool. And yeah, now we trade off the thing. And the thing we're gonna do to make up for that is go to the vending machine. I know that this costs Doom as well, but let's take something for getting our stuff, because we would have lost just as much Doom from Azal. So we need Cursed Scissors on top of Second Sight. This is a Kyrie thing, so there's nothing we can do there unless we can... Oh yeah, no, we're just actually just taking more damage. All right, cool. I'm not like saying that as a negative thing. I'm just I'm just lamenting my own life choices. So 65%, and this is still a vampire enemy, so no handcuffs. But we have to brace. We still have to brace because we can't desperate struggle our way out yet, and off we go. So we do our best, but our best is not enough, and we take 3 Doom. We did have a brick to throw, but, I mean, what do you want from me? So off we go. 4 Doom because of Azal. I think we have the Curse rule. Was it the Curse rule? Yeah, Curse. Which we can't do anything about, so we're taking Super Doom, but, I mean, I'll just do the best I can. What a way to live, by the way. So what do I want to do? Teacher Third? Yeah, Teacher Third. Spells, which I have none, thankfully, because I'll need it. And we should be able to level up before the end of this mystery. But boy, oh boy. In the back of my mind... Oh. I mean, we can't afford to just take this brain damage curse. The problem I'm having is that we don't get to... Yeah, I think I need to take a risk here. Because next turn, if I miss this attack, then I can at least go for a desperate double attack. And that's the best I got. Now, I wonder if Concussion falls off before the thing, but you know what? We're just going to bet the farm on this, and we'll do another run if need be, because RNG says no. Could have just run, but my Doom was already high, so... I mean, it's not like I was trying to reset a run, but boy, oh boy. So, at Knight Errant, can be just as bad, but who am I kidding? Azal is pretty bad for an old god. So, on Harbinger of Doom difficulty. Not that I'm saying that if you're playing on Cultist, that extra 15% Doom will help you, but... push your odds of winning to a very high level, but it certainly helps. An extra 15% Doom where I was would have felt a lot better. Was it Ath? I think it was Ath. Ath Knight Errant, and off we go. We get Branded. Oh, that's right. We start with Branded. Never mind. I lied to myself. But we do have, essentially, Rest at Home for 4 stamina. Close enough as it doesn't matter. If it was more Doom because of Ath, then sure. But second, Knowledge, Charisma, Dexterity, and maybe Toxi-san. For those who don't know what I mean by second, it means that... And we'll go with the Cult Shop here, hopefully, if I remember. But it means that I have the second encounter and the second mystery check, which is why I just shortened it to second, because you just have both checks in which you need to check a second X. X being either a mystery and your enemy, your encounter, the second encounter, or the second enemy you fought. Teacher, Sailors, Akamanto. Did I just... No. Akamanto. I was going crazy. Akamanto, Story, and Labyrinth. But we'll prioritize... For the next few episodes, we'll prioritize any of the newer mysteries, Orphan, Fetish, and Piano. But we don't see any of them. So, Teacher, Akamanto, and Story. Oh, and Labyrinth. Never mind. We take Akamanto first, just so we can free up some Doom if need be. Not that my Doom will shoot up to 100 by the second mystery. I mean, it can rise pretty high, but that should normally not happen. We can also sell the Inspiring Novel, but with all these bosses... Basically, we're going to pop the Inspiring Novel during Story. The priority, in my mind, would probably be Story, Akamanto... No, Story, Labyrinth, and Akamanto to pop the Inspiring Novel. But obviously, all 3 of them appeared in this run, so shrug. We'll check this thing. Yeah, so we're going to take this, by the way. That didn't cost Doom. That cost Stamina, but I would rather have paid Stamina there than Reason. That's all I have to say. And time to see how lucky I am. Well, we can grab the violin as someone sneezes in the background, but we still can't use the wooden bat. It's way too slow. 90 speed is already pushing it. 100 speed is, unless you're doing shovel stuff. Now we tree for funds, by the way. I would like 2 branded, but the game just decided to give me brain damage, so I guess the occult shop is dead to me now. I mean, we can still take the small candle. It can at least allow us to run, but... basically, this tainted violin is actually still worse than 2 points of knowledge, I think, but we'll do our best. We'll actually take this. I know that costs Doom, but we need it. Effectively, though, we're at 20% Doom now, because we're gonna grab Akamanto's mask. So all things considered, we're still in a good situation here. But remembering that, yeah, I've always been eating donuts in that event, and I shouldn't have been. I should just take my free... Again, for funsies, I could start rolling and making decisions willy-nilly, but with my RNG, we don't need to do that. We know what's gonna happen. I have more than 300 to 400 videos of World of War, likely a lot more than that. But you get the point. We have the evidence. We don't need to test our luck. Did we even get 4 attacks? Barely. Might as well. We're trying to play to the strengths. We're going to take stamina damage, by the way, going into Akamanto, but... RNG is never real, so... we're just going to trade off a whole bunch of reason to try and recover stamina. I don't think with the small candle I can even... one-turn handcuff Akamanto, even with throwing the wooden bat. This is a high-power enemy, so funny enough, the hopscotch here is going to hurt me. Now, keep in mind, we do have protective carvings, but this is what I want to find out, because I can't do the math on top of my head, so we might as well find out in just a hot moment. We did get the long pig steak. I might as well store the Inspiring Novel now. We're not going to be using it until Story, which is going to be our 3rd mystery. Unless Labyrinth just slaps us in the face, then it's going to be bad either way. But, let's grab some funds and clean some cursed toilets of an Akamanto. So, 3 stamina, 2 all. Yeah, we should be able to 2-turn hand... My goodness. I know it's because we have 5 knowledge, but still. I guess, yes, I am... Hold on. I am dunking on fast weapon / the small candle. Again, it's actually the small candle, in my opinion, is probably the best of the small weapons. And yeah, you might say there are a lot of characters with high dexterity, but the small candle just has this added escape bonus, which is really, 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 really important, in my opinion. That's a subjective statement, by the way. But we'll enter Labyrinth now, and I forgot what this does. Lowers... Oh, 1 Doom. For some reason, I know there's a mystery that lowers knowledge. I'm pretty sure, but maybe I'm remembering incorrectly. We do have the Cursed Doll, but hey, as you may have seen, our stamina is very, very low. We have the Long Pig Steak, but we'll just kind of walk forward for the moment. Oh, actually, I should have just rested. Who am I kidding? Yeah, we rest now. So, our Doom is shooting through the roof, but we need to do this. I need to rest at least 3 times. Bare minimum. The boss here just does too much damage. And our knowledge is way too low. So, we're just going to listen closely and fail, because stats mean nothing. I know those 5 knowledge, but bear with me. And we take strength, because I want to brace. It's really, really important. Strength is really important for brace. Or brace is really, really important. In my opinion, that's a subjective statement as well. Now, if you're a bit luckier, you can use anything you want, but as you can see, when you're just rolling 12s and 11s in events, I mean, there's not much you can do until you get to about your 3rd or 4th mystery, in which you may be able to... Wow, our luck is 3, by the way. In which you may be able to push a stat to like 9 or 10, but even with that, actually, that just... prove things against myself. So we never picked up a pack of cigarettes. I was thinking of another timeline, and by that I mean the previous run. But we'll do our best with what we've got. So I guess we just take this in the face. That was not what I thought it was gonna be. It's just hunger. For some reason I thought you got the one that lowers charisma, the curse that lowers charisma. Keep in mind that this would have done 4 all damage here, so with protective carvings, we can thankfully dumb that down. Now the problem is, we can only do 4 damage a turn, tops, and if you miss 70% like they're 50-50, it's not gonna fly, I promise you that. In fact, we're already in a bad situation. So, we brace 1 more time, and we curse Dull and hope we only pay 1 stamina per... I mean, there's only so much you can do. So, this should be Ath healing. But I really didn't want to do that, but we have to, because even with these brace strongs, unless we hit them both, we're not going to be able to desperate struggle our way out. I mean, well, now we check. We can curse Dull, but even with that, so this is 9 damage, so this Cursed Dull needs to do at least 5 damage, and RNG says no. So, time to gamble, I guess. So we want to spread these out to increase our RNG, actually. Yeah, because we can only fit 8. So as you notice, I can't add any more attack boost, so 90%! Okay, good. Oh, goodness gracious. I could have thrown the Tainted Violin, because we are going to equip the Crestfallen Mask at some point, but boy, oh boy, why does it feel like I'm on an Azal run? So yeah, into story we go. Now, we do run into a ghost encounter, in which the Inspiring Novel does nothing for us, but I'm pretty sure Sever is not affected by the Inspiring Novel, but again... Oh, by the way, I just noticed, hey, I only have 1 stamina, 1 reason, so we need to be able to either one-shot or dodge at least 1 attack. Because this is 7 damage... No, 8 damage per... And I don't feel these odds are better than dodging and hitting an attack, so, yeah, we do our best. In fact, I'm gonna even go for a strong. I think that makes the difference. Hold on. So 7... Wait, is it... No, I'm going crazy. 8 damage per... Yeah, so if we hit this and dodge, we will be able to do Desperate Double Attack. We missed the attack and got hit. Man, fast weapons are so bad.